We're at the Josh Pitbull Torres gym, first time here. We're talking to the champ about his return to the ring. 10 months ago was the last time we saw you. We'll see you back in there June 17th at quite a cool event, taking us outdoors. Josh Torres, thanks for your time. How you doing?
I'm feeling good, man. Very excited to get back in the ring. Like you said, it's been a while since I was in that ring competing. I've been in the ring sparring, moving around, but it's not the same. So I'm very eager to get out there June 17th and put on a good show for the fans.
For everybody that doesn't know, there was a fractured ankle is what canceled your last fight?
Yeah, I was training for my fight and I just had some bad luck. I hit a pothole. I was running early in the morning when it was still dark and fractured the ankle. So we've been healing, but we've been training, getting back in it, and now we're ready to go.
What is that like when you're on one of those runs, you're into your groove, and all of a sudden an injury happens like that?
It's kind of surprising because it's never happened before. So it's almost just like a shock to me. It didn't feel real. I tried to jump right up and I tried to act like I was okay and I tried to keep running, but it wasn't going to happen. So I mean, I think things happen for a reason, so we took our rest, we recharged the body, recharged the mind, and now we're 100% ready to go.
And that's one thing about it. You don't pull out of many fights. That would be the first time I could remember you having had to pull out of a fight due to injury.
First time I ever pulled out of the fight, yeah, and it was, it was hard for me to do it, but it was just something that had to be done. It was out of our control.
So what was it like, the first major injury recovery?
It was bittersweet because, like I said, I was able to get rest, but at the same time, I still had my gym up and running. I had my fighters training, so it was hard to be with them, but not being able to train side by side with them. But it was an eye-opener. It allowed me to, I guess, see boxing through a different lens. I kind of put my coaching hat on for a while, so I think it's going to make me into a better fighter in the long run. I think it was beneficial for sure.
Yeah, what were some of those different looks, some of the things that you learned getting that different view, not being able to get in there yourself?
Yeah, like I said, it was just kind of seeing it through a different perspective, seeing it as a coach, seeing some of the things that we don't see as fighters, we see it from the outside, and I was able to pinpoint those things and kind of incorporate them into my fighting style now, and try to fix some of the bad habits that I had in the past.
Not just having the team, but what has it meant to you now having this facility together?
It's been awesome. It's definitely been a long road. Anybody that's been there with me through this journey knows that we've worked very hard for it. I'm a pretty straight up dude. I wake up every day, I get my road work in, I go to work, I work my 8 to 10 hours, sometimes 12 hours a day, and then I come and I train. So I think I'm just a good, true story and testament to the American dream. You just get up, you work hard, and things will fall into place, and you get what you deserve.
How long did it take for it to hit you that that's what you were doing?
I mean, it's something I've always strived for throughout my career, is to kind of just be an inspiration to people. But I think now, over these past few years, I think it's all starting to take shape, and I'm starting to realize the fruits of my labor and everything that I put in is finally starting to pay off, and I'm starting to pave the way and enjoy a lot of the work that I've already put in this game.
Talking about being a coach, your protégé, Maximus Moya, also going to be on this card. What was it like just a few weeks ago when we saw him pick up that first professional victory? What was it like for you?
Oh, it was a crazy experience being there in the corner with him. I've watched Max grow up since he was just a little boy, and I've seen him and the hard work and dedication that he puts into this craft, into this sport. So it's an honor to be, a part of his team, a part of his journey, and to see him progress. Now he's 1-0 with 1 KO, and I'm pretty sure eventually he'll be a champion, and I'm just excited to be part of his team.
What has the rekindling of the relationship with Tapia Promotions meant to you? That's who I met you fighting under, and now you're fighting with them once again.
Yeah, it's definitely been a blast from the past, and it's cool to be, back with familiar faces and people that you're comfortable around. Chris and Eva and everybody involved, Leroy, all those guys, they're like family to me. And, to be part of this 10-year memorial for Johnny and keeping his legacy alive is just an honor. 10
years. Can you even believe it? You knew him better than any of us that are in here right now.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like 10 years. It just feels like yesterday. We were just messing around in the gym, chasing each other around, horsing around, having fun, having a blast. But yeah, 10 years, and we're just trying to keep his legacy alive.
It's not the first time I'll ask you this, but what does it mean to you to be headlining a memorial card in Johnny's name?
It's definitely an honor because Johnny believed in me. he saw talent in me that I didn't even knew I have, and he brought it out of me. So just to know that I've still, kept that along with me this whole journey. A lot of people would have quit many, many years ago. I mean, I've had a rocky career. I've had highs, I've had lows, I've had wins, and I've had losses. I've had titles, but Johnny's voice in the back of my mind has always kept me going, and I think he'd be proud to know that I'm still, pursuing this, still having fun, because that's one thing that he always told me. He said, don't do it if you're not going to have fun, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just enjoying this ride.
Fight's going to be outdoors, Paradise Hills Golf Course. What were your thoughts when Teresa and the team are presenting their idea for this event for you?
I think here in Albuquerque, outdoor events are just always kind of sketchy. You just never know what you're going to get, but I was excited because we haven't done it in a while. It's always fun, and I didn't know a lot about it, but as soon as I went to the office and I checked out where they were going to have it at, and I saw the potential in it, it's a great venue. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think the fans are in for a treat.
You've had some big fights here in the state, title fights, etc. This time, welcoming an out-of-state, hungry, unbeaten fighter in Reggie Harris. What have you learned about your opponent in studying him?
I haven't learned a whole lot, I'll be honest with you. There's not very much film on him. He's up and coming. He's only 7-0, but I mean, when you're undefeated for a reason. So, I mean, we're not underestimating anybody, even though he doesn't have a lot of experience. We're just putting in the hard work like we always do. We train for every fight like it's our last. So regardless of what he brings in, I'm going to be ready. And we're excited and prepared to bring home that victory.
Is there a different spark of excitement for you when they tell you the opponent's going to be somebody that's unbeaten like that, a young, hungry prospect, versus another journeyman that we've seen you kind of fight those guys here before?
It does light a little fire in me because I know what it's like to be young and ambitious and hungry, fighting a veteran. I've been there and I've done that, so now it's my job to be that veteran, to school the up-and-comer, and to come out victorious June 17th.
I don't want to leave anybody out. I think through social media we've seen we've got a great camp here, but also the guys from Berlin, from Pettis Fighting Systems, people from Fit NHB, people from the Power Plant, all kind of been convening here. You guys, all this sparring group, what has that been like, getting all these different looks and bringing all these different teams together?
Well, I think it's what New Mexico is all about. I think for the most part we all support each other. And I mean, you've mentioned a lot of the names in there, Fit NHB, Xavier from Power Plant, all these guys that help me with sparring. It's just totally appreciated because without them I wouldn't be able to get good work. So hats off to them for sure.
What do you think the biggest difference in Josh Pitbull Torres is going to be now 10 months since the last time we saw him in the ring?
I would say probably just this experience, this whole journey between having been injured, having your passion and your love taken away from you. It brings out a new hunger. So I'm excited to get back in that ring, show everybody what we've been working on, and to put on a great show.
And also, gotta ask, because I know Maximus is supposed to be on the card, you're pulling double duty, getting a corner in the main event?
I'll be double dipping, man. I got my coaching hat, got my fighting hat, so it's gonna be a great night. We're excited.
Is there a different mental preparation to get ready for a night like that where, I need to have my focus there early and then worry about myself?
Well, it's something I've never done before, so we'll just have to figure it out. But I've always been good at rolling with the punches and adapting to the job, so we'll get it done.